Just 7 cars make up tonight's field as we get ready to drop the green flag on the 2022 racing season here at Meridian Speedway, home of the best 4-cylinder asphalt racing this side of the Rocky Mountains. I'm Alton Packard, and this is your season opener for the Project Filter Pro-4's. I'm here with the original Daniel Christensen, co-owner of Hot Tuesday Productions. Dan, what do you have to say to the fans today?
Oh, I'm definitely Rubbins Racing, if you know what I'm saying. You know, that's just kind of how I was born and raised. You know, we're out here, we're trying to win. You know, we've got a lot of wind out here today and cool temperatures, so it's going to be an interesting run for everybody. And good luck to everyone out here, and stay safe.
We tracked down your 10-time Pro-4 champion, legendary Kenny Chandler. And I guess the question on everybody's mind is, are you going to sweep the season this year?
We'll just try to have a good year. I don't know if anybody will be doing any sweeping, but we hope to get a few wins.
Are you going to switch between the black car and this car, or what's the plan for the rest of the year?
We hope to get the Lahore car going again and switch over to that car.
10-time Pro-4 champion, Kenny Chandler.
Well, from a 10-time champ to a one-time champ, but possibly the most dominant driver over the past couple of seasons, we asked Jordan Harris his odds to sweep the weekend and start the season off with a victory.
We're going to try. I mean, definitely, we took the car out about 15 hours ago, slapped the new rubber on it, and we're a quick time all day so far, so I think we got a shot. I'm going to definitely try for sure.
There are 12 championships split between the 7 drivers entered for tonight's race, and among your most recent, 2021 champion Ryan Bailey was asked, can you go back-to-back in 2022?
Well, we'll see. We're going to get kids in their car out here in a couple of wells since they're off for it. Once that gets out here, then we got to get him Jordan too. Because that kid covered pretty well last year in this car, but once he gets back to his old chassis, game on. We'll see. But of course, it's the plan. That's what we want to do. But unfortunately, got a few very fast cars. The 51 of Prince came down from Twin Falls, so we'll see.
Hello, this is Ryan Bailey coming to you from Meridian Speedway for yet another Project Filter Pro-4 race, the ATS Inland Season Opener. Good racing out this evening. Cold, tough for the engines, tough for the tires, tough to get those things tuned in. Last time we ran out here, it was in October, so it was very similar conditions, but windy, cold all weekend long. This year we have the 51 of Andrew Prince. His dad has gotten more involved this year. I was out at a practice with him earlier this year. They brought that car down to the 14.2s pretty quick, so they're going to be a contender this year. The 22 of Jordan Harris returns. He's in that white 22 car. Looking for another car later on in the season, but as soon as they get that one put together, I'm sure he'll be fast. We got some in-car cam from Ken Chandler. Under the lights, pretty difficult to see at this time, but nonetheless still leads to some amazing racing. There's the nose cam of the number 77 Dennis Dillon Honda of Ryan Bailey right there. You see the fairly reliable Bob's Corvette, Richard giving us 1 to go. Starting lineup there, me, Ryan Bailey, defending champion. I will be out there even though our first race really doesn't show it. Through Jessica Harris, the racing in the trucks has really helped her out. She's a lot more aggressive on the track and is actually starting to be more competitive as she gets out there. Sam Harris and Andrew Prince, both from Twin Falls in 3rd and 4th, both running Fords. Ken Chandler, always a contender back in that 33 Project Filter, fairly reliable Bob's car. This guy's 10-time champion. He's going to be out there every time. And Jordan Harris, both running Hondas. Picking up the pack, he's running scratch tonight from mechanical issues, would be Wes Summer. He is running a Honda motor also. So we are coming to green. Great start between the 03 and the 77. The 03 is usually running a different position, so it's a little bit different for her to be on the outside, but she does a great job holding it out there, really diving it in, trying to keep that position to take over that first place. That 77 is pretty strong on the inside. Behind the 03 and the 77, you got the 51 of Andrew Prince. That Ford out of Twin Falls is really, really quick. Andrew Prince's dad is helping him this year. More involved. He couldn't be last year due to health issues, and boy, that guy has got that car turning. Right behind them is the 22 of Jordan Harris in that Honda. That is the big brother of the 03 right there. You see the brother and sister team side by side as Jordan takes the 3rd position. Ken Chandler in that 33, always a contender. We'll see how he does a little bit later on in the race. Up front, we got the 51 of Andrew Prince, who finally took the lead, and the 22 of Jordan Harris right behind him in tow. That puts the 77 of Ryan Bailey in third. Jordan and Andrew both race a great race here. Even with as cold as the track is, you can tell that those cars are loose, barely got any heat in the tires at this point. And as you can see through the in-car here, you can see that he's really sawing on that wheel. Ken made a comment earlier that that car was crazy loose all night long, but that's okay. We got another car coming out for him. He's going to get back the Lahore chassis, and we'll see how he does there. Always a contender in that red car. Gets to the inside of 3 and 4. He comes to the stripe, puts him in third place. So our lineup now, Andrew Prince in the 51 is the leader. Jordan Harris, Ken Chandler, Ryan Bailey, Jessica Harris, Sam Harris, and Wes Summers. Jordan Harris is right there with him. He's definitely hounded Andrew Prince, just waiting for that mistake. That chassis there has been so quick for years. That Honda power has always been good, and Jordan knows how to wheel a car, so he's definitely going to try to make Andrew Prince make a mistake and get that lead position. There he goes. As they dive into the inside of 3 and 4, he comes to the stripe with Jordan Harris in the lead, and there you can see Rob Taylor on the flag stand waving the halfway mark. Slips a little bit there off of 2, really gives Jordan Harris the advantage to step out there and give himself a little bit of room. Jordan can get comfortable now, run those qualifying laps and try to hang on to that. We'll see if Andrew Prince can actually collect it up, contend for that first place. See Jessica Harris and Sam Harris back there contending for 5th and 6th. Jessica just seems to keep holding him off. Sam doesn't quite have enough for her, but she has been really on it this year. Even through her practices, she seemed to be pretty consistent, running in those mid-14s. I think she even got down to a 14.3 in one of her practices, which is crazy fast for Jessica in comparison through the last few years. So it looks like Jordan Harris and Andrew Prince have kind of ran away with it. They're up there, still a second between the two, but then you run back about another 4 seconds to Ken Chandler there in 3rd, Ryan Bailey back there in 4th, and then of course Jessica and Sam there in 5th and 6th. Wes Summers pulling off with some interviews from Wes Summers earlier. He's having some problems with some carburation issues along the lines of throttle cables and stuff, and I'm sure didn't want to put anybody in danger with the stuck throttle or anything, so we appreciate that. Sorry to hear that for Wes. Hopefully he can come back on the 30th of April and be a contender for us. The 03 and the 96 is starting to work to the inside of the 77. Jessica Harris puts that thing down in the corner pretty deep and actually hangs on to it well to really start to make some gains on that 77 car. The 77 car at this point was running a little rough. Couldn't get it to run in the cold and didn't like those cold tires, and so I consistently fell off from there. But nothing said against the 03. The 03 was running good. She's holding off Sam Harris still. There goes Sam Harris to the inside of the 77 too. And those two are running for 4th and 5th at this point, right around 12 seconds behind the leaders. 4th, 5th, and 6th right there. You can see the leader, the 22, right there behind that pack of 3 cars. There's a white flag for Jordan Harris. There comes Ken Chandler running the close 3rd. And here he comes to the checkered flag. Another big win for the 22 car with Andrew Prince in the 51 right behind him. Ken Chandler in the 33 right behind them. Jessica Harris in the 03 runs 4th. Sam Harris in the 96 runs 5th. Ryan Bailey in the 77 runs 6th. And Wes Summers in the 67 runs 7th. Race brought to you by Hot Tuesday Production. AJ Packard puts these together. We'll be doing more of these throughout the year. Hopefully, as the time goes on, we can refine it and get a better production to you. Hope to see you guys on the 30th of April when Project Filter Pro-4's come out again. Hopefully, it'll be warmer that time.
Caleb's Chop Shop Victory Lane for your Project Filter Pro-4's on an ATS Inland opening night main event. Your main event winner. Gonna park it here. We'll chat with him inside the car and get rolling on. All right, so Jordan just going to pop the helmet off here. We'll chat with him in the car and get him back there. Big main event win, bringing the Project Filter Pro 4 back out. Jordan, man, who do you want to thank? And we're going to get you guys back there to celebrate.
Oh, I mean, we pulled this car out probably 15 hours ago and slapped some tires on it and called it good. I got to thank Almar's Travel Center, Kim's Cars, H&H Auto, Challenger Auto, and just everybody for coming out on the first main event. And it's my first main event win of the season, so let's hope there's more.
Here he goes, getting ready to kick it off. Project Filter Pro 4 main event winner, our friends on Flow Racing. We will be right back.
All right, we tracked down our runner-up finisher tonight, Andrew Prince in the number 51. Andrew, you finished second in the heat, came back for the second in the main event. How did the car feel?
Yeah, so we made a few adjustments before the day started, and we were on the reset right height. We never did that, so we were a little bit off on setup, but it was really good first practice. I think we were about 14.2, which is pretty good for this car. Second practice, we made an adjustment and it didn't work. The heat race, we started fourth or so. Made it to second, just rode there, and the second heat race, it was a mess, I would say, and there was a lot of cars beating and banging, so we just stayed back and just rode, waited for the main. The main event, Ryan got by Jessica, and so I just dropped right down in front of Sam and got with him and made my move, and we were really free on exit, so I wasn't able to hold Jordan off for too long, but once we got to a run and I started to feel the car out, I figured out a good line for it, and we started running back down, but we just unfortunately ran out of time. But you know, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Fast Engineering, Hagerman Automotive, Car Patch Racing. I'd like to thank C3 Graphic and Design, Outlaw Customs. I'd like to thank Allen Motorsports, my mom, my dad, Commercial Tire, Hagerman or Highline Power Sports, Jordan Carpenter, and everyone else who's helped me out this year.
There you have it, Andrew Prince, number 51 here at Meridian Speedway. Jordan, this thing was bad fast all night. Is this how you wanted to start the season off?
Oh, I mean, you can't ask for a better start. I mean, starting, you know, with a win, we were quick time all day. We won one of the heat races. The car was good. I mean, there's always room to improve, but I mean, can't ask for a much better night. You know, I just hope we stay consistent and stay quick, and hopefully we can win a few more mains. But, you know, just watch out for the 22 in year 22. We'll be there.
Anybody that you'd like to thank for this win tonight?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. So let's do Almar's Travel Center, Ridgeline Financial, H&H Auto, Kim's Cars, Challenger Auto, and, you know, just all my pit crew for always helping me in getting this thing dialed.
Number 22, Jordan Harris.
That should wrap it up for the season opener for the Project Filter Pro 4's and the world premiere of Hot Tuesday Productions, where we remind you Hot Tuesday is not a day of the week, it's a state of mind. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, I'm standing with last year's Pro 4 champion.
Change the battery pack. It said change the battery pack.
Hold on, sorry, right?